guys, how's it going? All right, I just saw the new Crow 2024 trailer and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and get my thoughts out, see what you guys think. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm assuming you have all seen it by now. If not, I'll certainly leave a link in the description for this video. But yeah, I just saw it, and man, I have mixed feelings on it, right? I see, it seems a lot of people are kind of pissed off about it, and you know, they're hating on it already, and they're doing that comparison thing, and I think it's just the wrong way to approach it, you know? Like, I think you have to have a mindset to know that the original will always be the original. Nothing is ever going to replace that. Nothing is ever going to live up to that. You know, it's like, I remind everyone about Halloween 1978, right? I mean, if you're a fan of the franchise, there's no way you don't think there are any other good movies. Or it's very unlikely that you didn't enjoy some of the other movies, right? And sometimes Michael looked way different, and you know, the story was out there, but there's plenty of good ones. You know, I enjoyed the 2018 reboot, as I've mentioned plenty of times in the past, but I think you have to go into it with that kind of mindset, because you know, I saw those first few pictures and I was pretty skeptical. You know, I wasn't looking forward to that look, but having seen the trailer now, man, I will say it's, you know, it looks way different, and that's fine, you know? I mean, the plot is a little bit different. They obviously changed a few things. It looks like Shelley saw something she wasn't supposed to see, so it sounds like there was kind of motivation to kill her or something. Maybe he got in the way. Clearly they both get, you know, suffocated, and yeah, so it's different in that respect. It's different that he has a much different look, you know, covered in tattoos, the wild hair. Bill looks amazing. Holy crap, he is just totally shredded in this. So, you know, Pennywise is ripped, ladies and gentlemen. He did a hell of a job. So, I mean, right there, well done, Bill, you know? Anyway, beside the point though, yeah, it's just something that looks totally different, but I will say, after the first time I watched it, I thought, that looks like a pretty entertaining movie, to be honest with you. Like, if you can just separate it from the original and stop trying to compare it and stop trying to think it's going to live up or not, or it should, or whatever, I think it could be a decent movie, and you never know, right? Like, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not going to crap all over it. Nothing, like I said, nothing is going to live up to the original, right? I mean, there's no way. Soundtrack's another thing that was incredible. That's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, the Crow soundtrack. It's awesome. And I did hear Ozzy in this. It sounded like it anyway. So I don't know. I gotta wonder what they're gonna do with the soundtrack. I'm sure that's gonna be a sensitive issue for some too. But again, it's a different movie, guys. Like, just let it be different. You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But don't walk into it thinking it's gonna be like the original and it's gonna look as cool as Brandon Lee did, or like, just that's never gonna get topped. Like, come on, let's be honest, you know. But I guess if they want to retell a good story, I get it. You know, it's annoying because part of me doesn't want it remade, you know, like, because it is one of my all-time favorites, but it's just one of those things that's inevitable, and at the same time you almost want it told again, you know, kind of, or you at least want the new generation to see the old one and how great it was, you know, and how much it meant to us when we were young. Yeah, like, it came out when I was in high school, so it was huge, and that soundtrack, you know, was awesome. Anyway, I think this new one is kind of aimed at that younger generation, as I think they're trying to get that appeal, because the look they gave him is, you know, a lot more modern, like, you know, like some people say it looks, you know, it looks like a vapor or something. That just cracks me up. But seriously though, I think it is supposed to appeal more with the youth, and I think they're going after that Scream 5, 6 audience kind of thing. The same people that are pretty pissed about Neve Campbell coming back and no core four that we know of yet. But, you know, again, to all the young new fans, you know, it could still be a great movie. I mean, that was the exact same thing with 6. You know, we thought, oh, I wonder how it's going to be with Neve Campbell, right? Anyway, so getting back to The Crow, I'm just saying, if I were you guys, you know, being a hardcore original Crow fan like I am, I would just try to relax about the whole thing. Check it out. You know, even if it's not bad and entertaining, no, it's not going to live up to the original. Like, come on. So I don't know. I'm going to maybe give it a chance. Like, you're looking at a guy who has never ever watched a Crow sequel ever, because I just love Brandon Lee in the original one so much. I just didn't want to see anybody else doing it. And after all these years, I've still never seen one Crow sequel. And I've seen the original, God, 80 times, you know, give or take 7. Like, it's a lot. So that says a lot too. But I'm willing to check this out. You know, it's a totally different take, and I can tell you right now, it's never going to be as good as the original. Even if they chose a look that was a little more consistent with Brandon's, it's still never going to be as good. And then you think, do you really want to have the exact same look? Like, yeah, I know. You're probably thinking happy medium, right? Because I wouldn't want to have the exact same look. But at the same time, I don't think it'd be this extreme. I would probably still give him longer hair. I thought that was a cool element, you know, and have similar face paint. You know, maybe different clothing look and stuff. Maybe a few tattoos, nothing too crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I think they went really extreme with the look. So people are having a tough time swallowing it. And I get that. But I think on its own, it could be an interesting chapter in a franchise, right? I mean, look at the reboot for Friday the 13th, right? A lot of people are really mixed on it. Some people love it, some people don't like it at all. But it was its own thing for sure. You know, that was like look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that 2003 remake. That's awesome. That's one of my favorite remakes ever. I love that movie. You know, so it might be all right. And it might not. It might not be very good either, but whatever. I'm going to give it a chance. The trailer to me made it look like it was an interesting watch. Like, I watched that and I thought, I would watch that, you know, if I can just separate the fact that it's not the original Crow, right? I mean, I can do that. I know some people they're not willing to. And again, I get it. If that's, you know, if that's your stance on it, I can respect that, because, you know, I just adore the original. Never felt right about watching a sequel for some reason. It just felt weird, but I suppose after all these years, I'm ready to check something different out. And in some ways, it's kind of cool that they're not copying the Brandon Lee thing, because he already did it, and that's the OG now. That is like the 1978 Halloween, you know? I'm not saying whatever, it's on the same level cinematically. I mean, maybe, whatever, that's a whole other debate, but I'm just saying, you know, it'll always have that respect as being the original, and nothing's going to be the original, guys. Let's not worry so much about it, right? I mean, maybe it won't suck. It looked kind of cool to me, so I'm definitely going to see it anyway. So, anyway, that's my quick take on it. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Again, I'll try to throw in a link to the trailer in case you guys haven't seen it yet. But yeah, for me, I'm not too worried about it. I think it could be entertaining, and I accept the fact that it's just never going to be as good as the original anyway. So whatever, life is short. Enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Anyway, thanks for watching as always, guys. And we'll see you again for now.